ProTanki is finally dead. So, should you be happy, sad, relieved, or disappointed? I mean, at this point in time, everyone, or at least I think everyone, had this idea at the back of their mind that it was gonna go away sooner or later. And why is that? Well, the reasons to that were supposed to be part of a video that I planned to make about 6 months ago. But, anyways, this video is here, so might as well watch it till the end and surely hit the like button. The thing is, ProTanki was never original. It was just taking the features in old Tanki, putting them up in a certain, layout and just bringing players, telling them that it's old Tanki again and you can play it all you want. Which is fair enough because a lot of people wanted it, and Tanki Online, before Tanki Classic, wasn't exactly doing anything to satisfy the old players that were disappointed with the new updates. So, yeah, that makes sense for them to do it, but there's one big problem: it's illegal. Simple as that. And the fact that it's illegal has been made apparent and official in this very recent document, or like an article. July 9 is the date it was published. So I'll be uploading screenshots of them on the screen. And basically, all you need to know is that Alternativa Games, which is the developer of Tanki Online, has issued these guidelines on what basically fans own regarding the game and what is it that the Tanki Online developers own. So like there's a certain clarification being made that these things are the ones that belong to us, and what kind of content you make could actually belong to you. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty surprising that this wasn't like issued a long time ago, because it's the kind of thing that is like very important. I mean, it's pretty essential, like, to just clarify that these things belong to us and you cannot copy them somewhere else and just do your own thing, which was basically what ProTanki was doing, taking all of the resources, all of the hard work, all of the technicalities that the actual developers had to go through, just copy pasting all of their hard work and having a shop, which also by the way included real money purchases. So much for old Tanki. But yeah, they used all of these techniques just to run their own business, and now it's finally time that the curtains are closing upon it. So personally, I don't really see why it's a whole lot of a surprise that like ProTanki is gonna end. I mean, of course, it should be removed from existence because it's stealing content from Tanki Online, and the fact that it's now very officially violating the guidelines that it presented is just the last straw before it gets taken out. So, keeping all of this in mind, fact is that playing this game like any other game was never a good idea. And again, I'm sorry for making this told you so video like 6 months later than I actually should have, because back then maybe like I don't know 10-15 of you people watching this would have at least not played that game and wasted all the time that you did, because at this point all you can do is regret the fact that you spent like 100, 200, 300 hours on that game only for all of that to be wiped out from existence. But it's okay, we learn from our mistakes. Now here's the thing: there's a very huge difference between a game from an actual developer and, on the other hand, a game from someone that's copied or stolen content from another game, or like a hacked game or a fan game. So there's a huge difference. No matter how much you hate Tanki Online for the way it is, or like the developers for making it the way it is, the fact is that they are way more different from any other hackers or content stealers or whatever you could think of. And I know I might sound like, I'm defending Tanki Online for being the way it is right now, but I'm not. I'm just saying that they've fought off like DDoS attacks in the past, and that's no joke. I mean, launch a few of those attacks on any other fan game and see how they react. So yes, Tanki Online is bad in a lot of ways and it could improve in a lot of different ways, but it's still like an actual game from an actual official developer, not like stolen stuff from somebody else. So you know the fact is that the reason I didn't actually play ProTanki all that much, I played like till the third rank and then I just left it. Like that was about 2 to 3 days of playing. And the main reason for that was that I wasn't just getting that feeling that, yeah, this is a game published by a developer that I should be playing. Because at the back of my mind, I knew that this is not something that they made originally. I felt like it was a crime of me playing that game. And I might make it sound like a bit more exaggerated than you might expect me to, but it's true. It's just the way it is. It's not an original game. ProTanki is just a copycat of Tanki Online. And I don't exactly know how to explain it, but there's a feeling that you get when you play an official game versus a game that has been like hacked or a ROM hack or a stolen game. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I play a game officially published by Nintendo, let's say if it's like Mario or Zelda, those are mainline Nintendo games, right? So if I play those first party Nintendo games and I go through them, I experience them, I feel like, yeah, this game's straight from the publisher. So that makes me feel like connected to the game of sorts, and it feels really good. But if I take some old game from the 90s and I get a ROM hack of it, there's hacks available. Like, let's say if a game had a certain level, then the hack would change that level a bit, and all the all the features of the game, the textures and everything, it could be amended and it could be changed just to satisfy or just to interest the new players that are playing that ROM hack. So the thing is, if I'm playing a hacked or a stolen or a changed version of the original game from Nintendo, then I won't be able to feel that genuineness and that feeling of like a trustworthiness towards that developer, or all of those things, right? You get what I'm trying to say. And you know what? Even now, one of the major reasons why I tend to have a dislike for Tanki Online in the very recent years is that they're not trustworthy at all. Like, I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say I'd trust them at level 2 or 3. And the reason being, I'll just give you a very recent example. When rubies were released, they said they would never ever use tank coins again in the shop because they were just like doing this whole thing where the currency would change. But now look at the Tanki Classic bundles. The only way you can buy those early access bundles is using tank coins. Now I know they have their reasons, they need funding for the game and so on and so forth, but the fact of the matter is that you said something 2 months ago and 2 months later it's irrelevant. So when you can't trust a developer, you can't trust the game. Simple as that. And when you can't trust the game, there's no reason to play. I love to play the games that are like offline and stuff. Like, you can just sit back and play and there's no connection issues, and you can just chill, and whenever you're like you don't feel like playing anymore, you can just save your progress, you can log off, and whenever you want to play again, just start right back from where you left off. And the thing here is that I trust that game. It's not like it's gonna eat up whatever I saved. I have reason to trust that save file, that yeah, I just saved my progress, and when I come back, I'm just gonna continue from where I saved. I'm gonna start off from where I left the game. But again, in Tanki Online, you never know. My account that would have been worth like a pretty good like $300 in 2014, I'm just gonna log in, like, this is just an example of a player from, let's say, 2014. That guy from 2014 with all of those extremely rare paints is gonna come back in 2025. He's gonna open his account and it's gonna be totally worthless. Nothing is gonna be of use there because he has 0 drones. They do not have any of those gimmicky augments. There's literally nothing in his account because all he has is paints, and paints do not matter anymore. Why? Because protection has different modules and the paints are just decorations. So all he has is his upgraded tank and paints. This is just an example, but anyways, this video has already gotten way too long. I thought it's gonna be like 5-7 minutes at max, but anyways, you get the point. Just moral of the story is, if the developer is sketchy, then surely the game is sketchy as well, so don't trust it, don't waste your time. And yeah, this is once again, I don't even know why I have to clarify this at the end of every video, but this is not a hate video, I'm just trying to put my thoughts out there. So yeah, if you liked it, like the video, because that helps the video a lot, and subscribe for more videos like this. Comment your thoughts, I'll read them, and I'll see you in the next video.